Brown. I'm the person who's been like bugging you about when you were born and all the rest of the stuff. So my apologies. I just wanted to sort of introduce why we're doing this and what this is. So, you know, St. John's is known as the food church for a variety of reasons because we love to help meet food needs, but kind of what we really want people is to be healthy and to thrive. So we have access to a professional, a nutrition professional. This is Sara Brown. Same last name because, yes, she is my kid. But she's really, she's qualified, believe it or not. She's a certified nutritional specialist. And I know what she has taught me about nutrition. And I'm always like, really? I never knew that. And so what MVP was kind enough to do was to say, you know, we really are interested in getting people healthier too. So they gave us a grant for this program to buy our groceries and to buy the food that we're going to have. And they said, we would love for people who are either pre-diabetic or already have diabetes to see if this could help modify the effects of diabetes or prevent it, ideally. And I'm going to turn that part over to Sara. But we also, in addition to MVP, we want to thank Nathan Littauer Hospital. And I want to talk to you about that blood draw piece. That has taken much longer to put together than anticipated. However, once it was explained to me all that had to happen, they had to create a whole new portal just for this group, actually. And so it was 3 different departments that had to work together. And so that was really a heavy lift, and they are doing that free of charge. So for the blood draws, at your earliest convenience, all you have to do is walk into the lab at Nathan Littauer. And if transportation is an issue, just speak to me and I'm happy to help with that. And just go in and say, I'm with the Food is Medicine group. All you got to say. And they're going to be testing for A1C and fasting glucose. And would you like to speak about the fasting piece quickly?
Yeah, so with these markers are actually going to be pretty important and helpful in both your understanding of your own body and also our understanding of how our methods are working for you guys. But basically what we recommend ideally when you get your blood draw is that it would be fasting, meaning, and you guys might already do this anyway, and your doctor might recommend you do it anyway, is that you go first thing in the morning before you've eaten anything.
Can't drink either, right?
Or drink anything. Because, and this is why it is most important, we're really measuring 3 main markers, and 2 of them I usually throw out the window if somebody's not fasted because it will totally skew what the levels are. So it's if we're running an experiment, we want to make sure that it's, you know, giving us the right details. So if that works for you and you're not going to pass out if you don't eat a darn thing, that's again why we usually have people do it first thing in the morning, because then you can go get your blood drawn and then you can go eat something. But that is actually pretty important for getting the right measurements.
Do they send this stuff back to your doctors too?
They're going to make it available to Sara, and
Yep.
However, I'm going to let her take over in just one second. I just so again, if transportation is an issue for anybody, just speak to me, and we're going to arrange that. Wait, there was one other thing I was going to say about this. I'm sorry. I know Susan's allergic to fish. If there's anybody else who has a food allergy,
I have not seen.
okay, all right.
I have a list.
Okay, good. All right, that's great. Okay.
Maybe we'll have you write that down.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let Sara take over, and whatever I'm forgetting to tell you, I'll be right here. So I'll tell you then.
You'll remember.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna be making while Sara's talking. I'm gonna be making you a little berry smoothie while you're working. Okay.
So hi everyone. Thank you for being here. This is actually really, really exciting for me. This is like exactly what I love doing and talking about. And it's like, this is all kind of confusing stuff until we like learn about how our bodies work. So that's why I think this is really cool to learn about how our bodies work, how food impacts our bodies, things like that. So I, like, quick backstory, I initially was a physical therapist. I still am a physical therapist. But I was confused about what to eat, and in, you know, college and things like that. And we see a lot on social media and in the news, right, about all these headlines of what to eat, what not to eat, things like that. And so I, you know, being confused enough, decided that I wanted to go back to school because I I didn't know if I was supposed to eat eggs or not eat eggs or white rice or brown rice. And at the end of the day, you know, the truth is that like whole foods are generally all good options, although certain things are better for certain diagnoses than others. And this being a diabetes, pre-diabetes specific class, we will go over those, you know, over these next 12 weeks. But essentially I went back to school because I wanted to learn more about like what the science says. So that's what we'll be delving into in plenty of detail, kind of zooming into the science and also pulling back to see how that impacts our own lives and how do you translate that into daily life. But what I feel is really important is like talking about, you know, a lot of us know what to do, right? Like we're supposed to eat healthy and work out, you know, like who hasn't heard that, but like what does that mean and how do we translate that into life? And so that's what we're kind of here to do, mostly on the food side of things, but we can talk about kind of how this works holistically as well. So because this is the food as medicine thing, so this is mostly food related, but there are plenty of lifestyle ways to help manage diabetes that aren't just food related as well. I think food is the cornerstone though, for sure. I think a really good place to start too would be, so everyone here has a diagnosis of either type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. And does everyone feel like they have a good understanding of what that is? Like did your doctors like tell you like what this